Manchester United 3, Aston Villa 0. Listen, again, I keep saying, pretty much every game. Fantastic to watch in the end. Yes, it was a dodgy start. Yes, there was a dodgy penalty, which I will get to. But we were in cruise control for the whole game, to be honest. And the fact that we was in so much cruise control, maybe a little bit complacency the first sort of 15, 20 minutes. I don't think anyone could argue that we was good in that first 15, 20 minutes. Conceded a couple of chances to Aston Villa. Jack Grealish getting in at the back post on a different day, probably gets that on target. Pogba being quite sloppy on the ball, got dispossessed, led to a chance to hit the post. And again, I've called for this drinks break to be scrapped, but I have called for it when my team needs it. And I just felt that we just needed to get in and just gather ourselves, actually, and then start going up the gears. And we slowly started doing that because even as we wasn't great on the ball, we were still carving out little opportunities to make stuff happen. And then we get to the penalty. Now, look, me and Mark have argued about this. I still think he's pulling my leg. I don't know what you guys think at home. Drop reviews in the comments in the boxes below. I don't want to spend too much time on it because essentially, look, our team benefited, which is not nice. But I have to be honest, man, it wasn't a penalty. Anyone who says it's a penalty, I don't know what they're watching. I honestly don't. That's no disrespect. I just don't agree with it. I can't see it. Has Bruno dived? No. Has he tried to con the referee? No, I just think he's been smart. He's seen that the defender's coming, anticipated that he's going to try and nick it, and almost tried like a Maradona 360, or, he's just tried to turn into him. And really, the defender goes to make a challenge and stops. The leg doesn't actually get extended by the defender, and then Bruno stamps on his ankle. If anything, Bruno should have got a yellow card, but I'm not complaining one bit. I just have to be honest and look at it from that side of that was the pivotal moment of the game that changed it. Do I think we would have gone on to win the game and create chances anyway? I do, because I'm confident in our team, but there's no denying that didn't change the swing of the game and take the wind out of Aston Villa's sails, which it clearly did. And then after that was it. Aston Villa were out the game. So Bruno dispatches the penalty as he always does. No question about that. Wasn't sure whether he'd give it to Rashford or not after the last game against Bournemouth, but he didn't. 1-0 up. And then after that, we just went from strength to strength. And Martial, big shout out to Anthony Martial. I usually do it at the end, but I'm going to say it now. He was actually my man of the match. Now, Greenwood, it could have easily been him. Pogba, it could have easily been him. But what I loved about what Martial did today, he did all the ugly stuff right. And he did, most of all, the simple stuff right. Didn't get his goal that his performance probably deserved. I love the fact he was pissed off coming off the pitch. That shows to me someone hungry. It shows to me someone competitive, and it shows a winning mentality that goes throughout the squad, like what Pogba was talking about in his interview that he's done with the club this week. And wrestling with Mings sort of at the centre circle, or sorry, halfway into our half, wrestles it off him not once but twice, then plays the ball out to the wing, and he doesn't just stop there. He carries on, receives it at the edge of their box, and again, instead of trying to just take the glory for himself, plays the simple pass to Mason Greenwood, and Mason Greenwood just smashes it in just before halftime. And you know what, Mason Greenwood, man, I'm literally running out of words. I'm running out of words for this kid. He is pulling up trees. I've heard that people are saying that Solskjaer said, "How can I drop him when he's scoring goals?" He's forcing Solskjaer to pick him. He's forcing Solskjaer to have to start him. He's forcing everyone to raise their game as well. He's just a breath of fresh air. And I'm running out of words to describe Mason. Left foot, right foot, it does not matter with this guy. Like, I'm so confident he's going to score anytime he gets in and around the box. He had one before that where he drove in brilliantly from the right-hand side again, coming onto his, I was going to say his favoured foot, but he doesn't have a favoured foot. Like, what is Mason Greenwood's favoured foot? Who the hell knows? Who the hell cares? The guy's just completely two-footed, but he should have done better by his standards. Forced a save from Pepe Reina. That one, you probably expect him to score. But the second one just absolutely rifled it. And that's what I love about his finishing. He doesn't waste time in little delicate chips or finesses. He just puts his foot through the ball and finds corners. That's just what he does. And it was brilliant. That just set the tone. And then we come out second half, and you're already anticipating that Villa are out of the game. They're not going to have much to offer. And we were just in cruise control. And I'm so glad, moving on to Paul Pogba, that he got the goal that his performances, I'm going to say, have deserved. Not just this one. He had one sloppy bit of play on the ball in the first half that led to Trezeguet having a shot that hit the post. But by and large, Pogba was brilliant today. I thought he was everywhere. His choice of passes was brilliant. His weight of pass was a couple of long balls that he hit, and people just kept miscontrolling him. It's so frustrating. Luke Shaw, I think, miscontrolled one. I think it was Rashford who miscontrolled another, if I'm not mistaken. But the passing was there from Paul Pogba. The range, the pace on the pass, the weight of the pass was just superb, and he just linked up in midfield very, very well. And the goal that he scored with Bruno, I mean, look, Saeed will tell you that it's not Ollie and it's nothing to do with Ollie that we're playing this way. For me, it is. You can't not give Ollie credit, and I'm not going to shy away from that. I'm not going to shy away from giving Ollie credit for what these players are doing now. It's not just as easy as buying the guys and telling them to go and play. I just don't believe that. It helps. It helps having better players in better positions. Of course it does, because you need the best tools to do the job. But it's not just as simple as Ollie, turning up to Carrington and saying, "Oh, you lot run your own sessions." Do you know what I'm saying? Because Bruno and Pogba weren't just sitting in the canteen having a croissant or something like that, right? Or fry up, yeah, whatever they're eating. Probably not fry up, yeah. And they've gone right from a corner. Actually, we weren't telling them, but we'll just try this. I don't believe that. That is something I think they've worked on. I really do think that. Maybe similar to the Martial and Bruno thing against Man City as well. I think it's worked on. Yeah, it might be Bruno saying, "I want to try this, I want to try that," but I still think it's facilitated by the coaches. I just want to give a bit of credit to that. I don't think it's all to do with that. I'm not saying Solskjaer's the best tactician in the world, but you got to give him credit for what these players are doing. We're seeing them try things, and what I love most as well, is that Gary Neville picked up on it, is that we're not just that team where there's only one way that we play. And what I mean by that is, earlier in the season, the easiest way to beat Manchester United or to have joy against Manchester United, the easiest way to frustrate Manchester United was to let us have the ball. We would be lethargic. We would pass side to side. We would have a lack of ideas in the final third. We wouldn't have penetrative passes between the lines. Now, with Bruno there and Pogba there and Matic in there, who, may I add, Matic didn't have a great game by his standards today, but still, again, in second gear was more than enough for that Villa side. It makes us a different team. So teams that want to retreat and sit back and have two banks of four and keep it tight and compact, we're now confident as fans and having that arrogance to say, well, all right, cool. You can do that. You can do that. We'll find a way. We don't have to play on a counter-attack. We're not waiting for you to hit us so we can get space in behind so Dan James can just run you. We'll play intricate passes. We've got movement now. We've got players who can pick a pass. We've got players taking risks, And that's what I love. That's what I love. Our game management was brilliant. Although Villa, they were very poor in the second half. I think after they got hard done by the penalty, they just went from bad to worse. And it could have been 4, 5, 6s, even 7s. And that's another thing I did like as well. Yes, it's frustrating when we miss chances because you want to see us be clinical. But I was just saying, it's so happy to just be raining on a team. It's so good to just see us manufacturing chance after chance after chance, trying things consistently. Martial, I think he hit the post and the bar at the same time. Brilliant from him. He should have got a goal today. He had one as well where Rashford played a fantastic ball in between the fullback and the centre half, and I think it was Taylor who got back and tackled Martial. Martial probably should have been a bit sharper than a different day. I was just waiting for that dink over Pepe Reina for a goal, but it didn't quite happen. On Rashford, again, people have said in the fan cams, yeah, he didn't get his goal, but he's playing well. He's playing well. He's slowly coming into it. He's not the best out the front three, and he's not his sparkling best, but he's still contributing. He played some good passes today. Got Luke Shaw in there today. I thought Luke Shaw was good today as well. Wan-Bissaka, uncharacteristic for him, wasn't very good. So look, it was a game where there wasn't magnificent performances all over the pitch. Bruno, I don't think, was very good today. I'd probably have given Bruno a 6 until he gets a penalty, scores it, and then gets an assist. So then he has to get at least a 7. But it's a 7 that really is just a pretty much average for Bruno because he is that good. It's almost like we're just getting that bit of arrogance back. That almost, I was going to say boredom there. That's the complete wrong word. But just that expectancy of actually, yeah, Bruno does that. That's what he does. He gets goals. He gets assists. He creates. Pogba coming into it now. Martial, brilliant, even though he didn't score. Mason Greenwood, the expectancy that he's just going to score or get shots on target. It is great to see. In what was potentially a kind of banana skin. I mean, all these games got potential to be a banana skin, especially against the teams fighting for their lives at the bottom. But, I did predict this game would be a bit harder. I said a 2-0 win. and it ended up being 3-0. But you know, the way Villa started, you had that feeling early on. I certainly had it. I was like, yeah, this is why I thought this would be a difficult game, because Villa did show a bit of fight. They were pressing us, they were on us, and obviously it's testament to us to come through at the other side, and a mixture of testament to us and a mixture of Villa not being good enough to actually dispatch their chances. But you know, we did have to battle it at times, and I think we showed that, and then we just got dominant on the ball, and the quality shone through. Southampton will be a different test. Roll on Southampton on Monday night, I think it is. That will be a different test. They're confident, just got a draw with Everton, beat Man City the game before, kept a clean sheet. Danny Ings in the goals. Do I expect us to win? Am I backing us to win? Of course, because we're that confident. But it's a different type of threat, a different type of game. So we just got to keep it game by game. I thought the subs who come on today were pretty good. Fred did okay. McTominay did well. Brandon Williams, they all just slotted in. Igalo didn't really see too much of him. But, you know, no injuries, clean sheet. And what's that? The fourth, I think we've got a record now. The only team to score more than 3 goals in 4 games consecutively. That is a good record. And it's just breeding confidence. The confidence is just breeding right through the team, man. Another clean sheet for De Gea as well. Obviously didn't get one in the Bournemouth game, so you'll be happy to get that. Glad they stay switched on. And what can you say? All you can say is absolutely well done to the boys. Keep it up. It's so positive right now. And you know what? Pogba's talking about, well, the talks are about Pogba signing a new deal. And look, if Ollie has turned him round, I think he deserves not a knighthood, but he deserves massive praise. I was going to say knighthood, but again, I'm getting a bit too, as Saeed says, I'm getting a bit too giddy. But he's been a revelation since he's come back. He looks confident. Most of all, he looks happy. He looks very, very happy. I'm loving the videos coming out with the players dancing in the dressing rooms and stuff like that. And it just shows what 9 months can do what a year can do. You know, if you would have told me Pogba would still be at the club now, yes, I know we didn't know Corona was going to come, but I would have laughed. I thought he was definitely on his way out. I definitely didn't see any hint of him signing a new deal. And he still hasn't signed it yet, so we can't get ahead of ourselves. But I just thought he might stay probably 1 more year out of, because he has to, and then we'll probably have to sell him at the end of next, because we're going to probably trigger the extra year. But it'd be great to see him sign a new deal, and we really look like we're going places. And you know what? Long may it continue. I'm just so pissed that we can't actually be at the games. That we're really missing it. But it's at least they're keeping us entertained. My man of the match, like I said earlier, is Martial. Let me know who your man of the match is. Smash a like on the video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Leave your views in the comments in the boxes below. Check out my YouTube channel, The Flex, as well. Got loads of stuff and vlogs coming up on that. So make sure you guys check that out. Follow the United Stand across all the socials, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and obviously YouTube and Twitch, actually. Doing really good numbers on Twitch. Great numbers on the watch along today as well, which was absolutely fantastic. I think we peaked at like 34K or something like that. Crazy, crazy, crazy numbers. And just engage with the fan cams and let them know your views in the comments. I will see you guys, not Sunday because I'm not doing that show. See you guys Monday night. Peace.